Have you ever wondered what home sounded like? It's not an easy thing to define, but if you ask a Stardew Valley player, or at least if you ask me, chances are you'll hear this sound. The sound of Stardew Valley booting up. Stardew Valley is an experience that's hard to really explain. If you tell someone it's a farming simulator where you talk to various townspeople, they'll probably tell you it sounds boring. In fact, that's what I said at first. But there's an innate magic of the valley that entices you to keep playing. There are real resonant values to be had in video games, but none are more evident than the ones in Stardew Valley. Stardew is not just about farming, it's about growth, community, and friendship. These messages are strong in Stardew Valley. After you've poured some hours into the game, you begin to realize that not only has your farm grown, but you, as a person, have grown. Your farm, just like many things, starts out small. The farm in the valley is your grandfather's final gift to you, an escape from the corporate life. The opening scene shows the soul-crushing contrast between Joja's and Stardew Valley. It creates a strong atmosphere when you first come to your farm and find it in disarray. Your welcome to the valley is very honest and grounded, and certainly not glorified. You're completely new to this small town and this small little community, but that's just the beginning. As you start the game and start building up your farm, you also start talking to townspeople and integrating into their culture. Each character has a distinctly unique personality, and likewise has a completely unique set of daily routines. These characters help with the immersion of the game. They feel very believable and real. Nothing feels like it's been manufactured. The characters in the world are genuine and honestly created. As you continue to grow in the community, as more people learn about you, you learn more about them as well. Slowly you begin to grow in your friendships and hear new dialogue and see new things. It happens at a steady pace and feels sincere. You start to develop stronger relationships and routines. For example, if you want to start dating Abigail, chances are you go fishing in the morning and wait for piers to open before going in and giving her an amethyst. All this to say there are unlimited opportunities, so each player can play in their own way, and the game gives you that freedom. You don't have to eat, you don't have to make money, you might want to, but the game never forces your hand. You can take Stardew Valley at your own pace. There's a lot of things to do and discover that this is a valuable option to have. The world has so much to discover, and this discovery seems to have no end. There's always another level in the caves or the cavern. Sometimes you might discover a new character backstory, begin to piece together mysteries in the town. Stardew Valley is a game that keeps giving. The world has so many details and intricacies that it makes it feel like its own character. But Stardew isn't just about making your own fun. There are actual goals, but there's no time limit to them, so you can keep playing at your own pace. The biggest of these goals is the community center, completing collections to rebuild the center and restore the town. Completing a collection is always satisfying and encourages you to keep going and continuing to pour back into the town. Right as you enter, it's a grim place, but you can visually see your progress as you go. And it's exciting as you get towards the end and know that you're just so close, and once you finally finish it, it's a moment of complete and total euphoria, seeing the town band together in celebration, and knowing that that was because of you. Now this moment is certainly a sweet one, but it feels all the more sweet because of the lingering contrast of the Joja market. They're always there, looming in the background, threatening you. Compared to the optimistic and peaceful nature of the town, the giant high-end Joja building feels incredibly disheartening. They act as a bit of the corporate life that follows you to the valley, and after you finally beat them, it just feels so satisfying. Of course, Stardew Valley gives you freedom of choice, and that carries over to Joja as well. You can choose to side with them and help them take over the town, and that fundamentally changes how the game unfolds, and it has lingering consequences. But that choice, just like everything else in Stardew Valley, is up to you. Now the world and the characters work together in tandem to create unexpected magical moments. As you become closer with the people of town, you'll unlock hard event moments. But these aren't just announced or chosen from a menu. They happen throughout the world without warning. You may have unlocked one of these moments, but you won't know it until you walk to the right place at the right time on the right day. This makes the moments flow naturally and feel real. They're pleasant surprises that lead to well-written bits of dialogue that help you invest in the characters and show you more about them. you have a serious impact on the people of the valley, and this gives a sense of legitimacy to everything. And then, of course, there's the center of the game, your farm. The farm starts out in a bad way, completely overgrown with trees and branches and grass. It takes many days to clear it all out and start building up your real farm. The game does not give you anything. You have to earn this moment, and that keeps everything grounded, but in the same way satisfying. You don't have much energy, so you'll probably have to stop early in the day, which forces you out into the town to engage with the community. The game is very deliberate with this. It encourages you, but it never forces your hand. If you're waiting for something to grow or want to get to another event, you can go back to sleep almost immediately. But each day comes and goes, and there's no way to go back. Once you sleep, you lock in the decisions you made for that day forever. Stardew Valley also paces out the years well, ensuring you don't go too long without something special happening, whether that be hard events or festivals. The festivals are a nice change of pace, giving you a brand new set of things to do for a day. Each festival is spaced out so it's never too long until you get to the next one, but long enough that it still feels special. All these festivals gives you a chance to talk to everyone, play some games, or watch and admire the beauty of the world. So there are activity-filled festivals like the Stardew Valley Fair, but then there's more somber and peaceful festivals like the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, and each provides a unique experience and a different atmosphere. There's so much going on in Stardew Valley that it's easy to feel overwhelmed just looking at it. But Stardew Valley revels in its own simplicity. The game is easily accessible. In fact, the game feels very basic in its opening hours. But in doing this, it familiarizes you with your farm and sets the roots of routine before slowly opening up the greater potential of the game. It's a smooth transition into complexity, but each individual part is so easily understood that it doesn't feel overwhelming. There might be so much you want to do in a given day, but it's easy to plan things out and focus on individual items, setting up a steady and constant pace that's welcome to even the most inexperienced players. Stardew Valley is a game you come to relax and slow down. There's a distinct pleasure to it that's unmatched by any other game. Concerned Ape fully invested into making this game and continues to give more. But this isn't something to deter or overwhelm the player with things to do, but rather it's a constant reminder that there's always something to do when you want to come back to the valley.